Hi beautiful people, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Ru. Now, what we're doing today is we're going to tap into your love life for this year, aka 2025, aka Happy New Year. So we're going to tap into that. So we have 3 piles for you to choose from. So for pile 1, we have this green mushroom. I hope it's focusing. For pile 2, we have this green frog. And for pile 3, we have this green duck. Yeah, that's cute. So whichever you are drawn to more, the timestamp should be in the description down below. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in your pile. Hi pile 1, if you chose this green mushroom, this reading is for you. So first we're gonna go into Oracle, and we're gonna see the energy that you're going to be in for 2025. So we have the raccoon, we have the whisper, and the maiden. Okay, this is very interesting. Okay, the whisper, the maiden, and the raccoon. Okay. One thing that I do want to say, for this pile, if you chose this pile, well, you chose it because you're watching it. But what I would say is be careful what other people tell you about people that you might be interested in or your friends. I don't know. There's this energy of like maybe you're very easily persuaded, which isn't bad. I'm not judging you. I'm not saying that it's bad or good. All I'm saying is that there is this energy that you could be persuaded very easily, or like you will believe anything that anyone will say about a specific person. So just be mindful of that, because at the end of the day, your intuition is top tier, right? You have to trust what you feel more than what other people think they know. Does that make sense? Trust what you feel intuitively more than trusting what other people are saying, right? Okay. Now, I do feel like the energy that you're going to be in is going to be a little bit closed off, but also maybe it could also be that maybe this year you're gonna be seeking validation, which isn't bad. I think a lot of people want to deem validation as a bad thing. Sometimes validation feels good, and that's just something that we have as humans. It's going to feel good. Validation, recognition is going to feel good. So I think maybe you might feel like you're lacking that, or you're wanting that, especially this year. Especially if it comes maybe from your beauty, because with the mating here, it's giving very feminine energy. So maybe you want to be recognized by your beauty. And of course, maybe I don't know you, but I do think you're beautiful. Unless I do know you, then I also think you're beautiful. It really doesn't matter if I know you or I don't. I think you're very beautiful, and I think it's, I don't know, it's just that there is this feeling of like maybe wanting a little bit more validation where you lack it. Right? Because at the end of the day, we don't need validation, but sometimes we want it, and that's okay to admit. I do feel like there is this energy of like, is this, oh yeah, okay. I do feel like there is this energy of just being very mindful of who you are around this year, and who you are getting advice, and who are you getting information from, because sometimes they don't have the best interest. I just heard a broken heart will never give good advice. So if someone is hurt, like for example, me personally, I do readings, right? I do tarot readings, like as you can see, but also like if I'm hurt, emotionally, I'm not going to be able to give an authentic reading because my hurt is going to blind me from the messages that should come through, right? So that's what I mean. Like, if someone is hurt, they're not going to be as transparent or as accurate or as authentic as they can be. So be very mindful of that. Sometimes people are just saying things because they're hurt. Like, some people are just saying, like, for example, like if someone says, oh well, I heard that person is like a serial cheater or something like that. I don't know. I'm not saying that you shouldn't listen to them. All I'm saying is, like, just be careful what you digest of these conversations that you could have with certain people about another person or other people in general. Because I do feel like there is this energy of just like, not, I don't even know if it's lying. It's just more like it's not coming from like a authentic place. So be very mindful of that. So I feel like that's going to be your energy for this year. When it comes to your love life and when it comes to connection, about being very mindful, and that you should be very mindful who you are around and who are you receiving these messages and receiving these this energy from, right? Sorry, I just checked if I was recording, because if I wasn't recording, oh girl. But I was. And with the maiden here, you could be a parent. I see this as like mom kind of energy, even though there is a card in the deck that's, I think, the mother. But I don't know, the maiden is giving like very feminine energy as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if you are a mother or you are a parent. It doesn't have to be a mother, but you could be a parent of some kind, or maybe this is what you want this year, pregnancy or wanting a kid this year. So that could be in the works for you, or like that could be the beginning. This year could be the beginning of working on that. But yeah, I do feel like that's the energy that you're going to be in this year, about just listening, but maybe not taking it to heart. Listening to other people's opinions, listening to other people's perspectives, but maybe not taking it to heart, because you know what your heart desires and you know what your heart needs and you know how to listen to your heart. And that's what, in your soul and your intuition, at the end of the day, you have to know where to differentiate that, differentiate your intuition with other people's opinions, right? Just because whatever they say might be true, right? It might be true, but it doesn't mean that you have to take it to heart, or it doesn't mean that you can't experience what you desire, right? And because of that, I feel like with the raccoon, you're going to be maybe a little closed off to connection because of these people's opinions on other people that you might be interested in, or just you just may be closed off in connection in general, friendships, romantic, anything. You might be a little bit closed off than you expected because of these whispers that you might receive this year. But not too much, but I do feel like it's going to be something that you're going to be just very, I keep saying mindful, like very demure, very mindful. And it just seems like you're going to be very mindful when it comes to this energy, especially this year. Maybe in the past, you always let other people's opinions dictate your future, or dictate how you move when it comes to connection, or how to move in your life in general. So maybe this year, that's what you're trying to unlearn, which is perfect. Take your time. So yeah, that's the vibe here, about, especially with the raccoon. I just feel like you might be a little bit more closed off than you expected, which is okay. Sometimes it's okay to be in that energy and be in the closed off energy, because sometimes that's okay. Sometimes it's okay to be closed off or not pursue love or pursue connection with people, because you're healing, because you're taking your time trying to understand yourself, right? So it's okay to do that. But just be careful and mindful about other people's whispers or opinions on things that you more likely will desire or want to desire. So please be careful on that. But it's not bad to take it in consideration, right? It's okay to take it in consideration, but also don't take it too deep, at least not in the beginning, because you don't know, right? Whew. Okay, let's get into tarot about how your love life is going to be. So that was like your energy about your love life, right? So with the tarot, we're gonna figure out if there's a person coming through, or just the vibe of your love life, or like anything that wants to come through regarding other people. That's my intention for the tarot. Oh, and we're using, I love this tarot deck, we're using the Sun and Moon Tarot by Vanessa Decort. I love this deck. Anyway, but with the tarot, we're gonna try to see if there's anybody coming through that you might build a connection with this year, right? So, or any love connections. It could even be friendship, right? Because friendship is love. So we'll see. Oh, and before I keep going, I do personal readings on my Instagram if you are interested. You don't have to. I'm just so happy that you are watching this right now, so I'm very grateful for that. But if you are interested, you can always DM me on Instagram. But for now, you can still subscribe. You know, I'm not, it's free. Anyway, so let's see if anyone is coming through, or what's coming through when it comes to your love, like when it comes to connections and other people. We got the Five of Swords, the Four of Swords. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm sniffling. I'm kind of sick. By kind of, I mean it's like a little too much. Okay, I do have a question for you, and you don't have to answer, right? You can comment though. I mean, I would love to know. But if I do have a question for if you chose this pile. If you are coming into this year thinking about somebody, or thinking of somebody that hurt you in maybe 2024 or before that, or whenever in the past that they hurt you, and if you're wondering that they're thinking about you, I feel like they are. If that was a question that you had. But also I do feel like there is this energy of this person being still, like their energy still being around you, and you still thinking about this person. That could just be for some people, some specific audience. But I do feel like there is this energy of someone from your past energy is still here and very present. But I still want to get one more. Let me get one more, and then we'll get into more in depth. Yeah, okay, I think that was the Lover. So yeah. Oh, this is so sweet. The Universe at the bottom. This is so freaking cute. This is such a cute Lovers card. Like, it's so cute. Okay. But I think my favorite card in this deck is the Two of Cups. I really love the Two of Cups in this deck. If I remember, I'll show you eventually. If it pops up. Anyway. Wait, no, the Two of Cups is... Oh, yeah. That's the Two of Cups. That's the Two of Cups. It just says Two of Cups at the bottom. So, yeah. Okay. Can you see all this before I keep going? Yeah, you can. Okay. Just before I keep going. Anyway, but again, going back to that little discussion that I was having with you, of like, I do feel like there's gonna be an energy that you're not fully over, which is okay. Again, I'm not here to judge, or I'm not here to complain or anything. All I'm saying is that there is this energy that could still be around, and for maybe a little, like, sometimes it could be very strong this year, and sometimes it might be a little less than that, but there's a lot of emotions there. Now, what I'm feeling, I don't know if it's this person that you are still thinking about and still reminiscing about, or it could be somebody new. Now, Either or, whatever resonates. Or whatever you want. Like, if you want a new person in your life, that could happen too. But if you want this person in your life, that could happen too. Sorry. I was burping. So yeah. So whoever, if you want a new person in your life, romantically or lovey-dovey, that is possible. But also, if you want this past person to come through, that is possible too. So whichever makes more sense to you, keep going with that one, okay? But I do feel like there is this energy of somebody in the past coming through energetically. Now, physically, with the Chariot and the Prince of Cups, I wouldn't be surprised if they're still in your life as we speak, somehow, of like, maybe there's like, there's still a lot of emotions here. And that's what I feel, like a lot of emotions. And the Chariot, before I keep going, the Chariot is Cancer energy, and then the Lovers is Gemini. So the summer in 2025 could be significant because Cancer and Gemini is during the summertime. So June, July. So June, July, those months, like summertime, could be very significant for you. You can meet someone new, or you could meet this person again somehow. Now, I do feel like this person is still going to be either in your energy or still in your space physically, or both, right? Like, maybe you might see this person in public, or you might see this person somehow, and it's going to bring up like a flush of emotions. But it's only, I feel like if you do see this person again, especially this year, I feel like it's because this person has been reminiscing on you. I think you're in a place that you don't even want to see this person as much. Unless you do, but you're trying to be in a place that you don't want to be. Does that make sense? Like, you're trying to kind of... You see how she's like putting the swords around him, and she's putting the swords around him, right? And he's laying on the swords. Not the sharp part, but still, right? And it's like, you're like kind of... low-key like protecting yourself in a way by not letting him get up from that place, if that makes sense. You know, like, I think maybe you could be reminiscing on this person, you could still be thinking about this person, but it does seem like you're trying to control the situation by not letting them come back into your life, or not letting them just easily just come into your life normally. You know, like, I think you don't want it to be like how the past was. I don't know if that makes sense. Sorry, it's my cat is... I feel like she might jump. Sorry. I just don't want her to jump on my table on here, because that would ruin everything. Okay. But yeah, that is this energy for this year. I feel like maybe that's where you might be a little bit closed off, because maybe you might still be healing of this energy. Like, you're trying to heal from this energy. And maybe that's the whisper that you hear. Like, maybe someone talks about this person and you're like, oh, I didn't need to know that. Or like, you didn't have to tell me anything about this person, right? I don't need to know this, right? But somehow maybe you might get news about this person, and that might bring a lot of emotions. And it could be positive emotions. Like, maybe you hear that this person is, I don't know, like maybe single, or this person is, I don't know, something positive that makes you, maybe give you a little bit more hope. But also it gives this person hope somehow. Maybe it could also be like, maybe they hear something about you, and it gives them hope to come forward towards you. This is a very weird energy, because it's really hard to tap into, but maybe because you two haven't like been around each other for a while, maybe that's why it's very hard to tap into. But I do feel like there is still reminiscent on both ends, especially on their part. I feel like this person thinks about this connection a lot, or thinks about you and thinks about maybe coming through, but they don't. But it seems like they want to. Like, it seems like that this is something that they're thriving for, but somehow they like maybe overthink it. Or maybe they feel like you don't want them there, which is not wrong. You know, I don't think that you don't want them there, but it's like you're not making it easy for them. which is okay. I don't like, especially if you've been hurt in the past by this person and this person knows, it's okay to have your guard up, you know? And I don't think this person is like even judging you for that. If anything, I feel like they understand that you have your guard up. But I think this person is really, really thinking if they should come through or not. You know what I just thought about? You know, when people are like, I've heard this quote of like the what ifs of like, let me try to explain it. Like, if you go do something, we like as humans sometimes the we think of what's the worst thing that could happen, and that could be like someone saying no to us, right? But like, what if they say yes? You know, it's a lot of what ifs, right? So like, if this person comes through and they're like, oh, they're just gonna reject me, they're just gonna do this, they're literally gonna tell me to F off, and like they're gonna reject me. It's like so hardcore because, you know, it just makes sense. But then let's say they actually come through and you're like, you know what? Yeah, with the lovers here, right? Like, you're like, you know what? You know what? Hell yeah. You know, like you're gonna be like, yeah, let's see where this goes. And because of that anxiety and because of that fear of rejection, we don't a lot as humans, we don't do a lot of stuff that we actually want to do because of that fear of rejection. So I feel like this person is going through that right now, of trying to kind of defeat their rejection to try to come through. Again, this is a yearly reading. Again, I did say that the summer could be significant, so maybe that's when they could come through. But also, I do feel like just summer could be very significant for you and significant in general for your love life. I don't know. I mean, you might meet a new person during that time. You might get to know other people, especially with the lovers here. I do feel like the summertime could be very significant for you to meet new people and to explore new people, explore new connections, and explore connections in general with this person or other people. Because with Chariot and the Prince of Cups and the Lovers, I do feel like you could have a lot of suitors this year, and like maybe exploring those connections with these people. But having this person in the back of your mind, which is okay, you know, it's okay to not be fully moved on, or it's okay to still be healing from a situationship, or like a connection with somebody else. It's okay to heal that because you're human. It's actually good that you're healing it. It's good to acknowledge that you are human. It's good to acknowledge and know that you are a human being. That's how you know you're a human being, because you were hurt. You felt for this person. You liked this person, even maybe you loved this person. So I do feel like this person could be in the back of your mind this year, but there could be potential of new people in your life, and trying to build connections with, or trying to get to know new people, trying to like move forward in your love life. So I do feel like your love life, it's going to be very prominent, but also I think you're still going to be in the state of healing and trying to take everything in consideration. And when it comes to your connections, and trying to trust your intuition when it comes to connection and love. Because I like with the raccoon, I do feel like you might be a little bit closed off, but not fully that you're pushing people away. Just maybe you just have a little guard up, like you have guard ups, and that's okay. Like you have walls up, that's what I mean, and you have a guard up, and that's okay. And I feel like yeah, star and the universe, I feel like the universe has hope for you, and I feel like what they want to tell you is that you have potential. You have a lot of potential, and you have a lot of time to explore this, and you have a lot of time to heal this, and there's no clock, there's no rushing this. Okay, so don't rush anything. But yeah, I do feel like there could be new people in your life that could make this happen, make new connections happen, even though you might be thinking of somebody else, but that's okay because you're healing from it. Oh, yeah. Okay. Before we go, let's get some affirmators, some advice. Yeah. get some advice for you for this let's get some advice for you. At the bottom we have perseverance, but we'll see no need to do. So it says, I am exactly where I need to be. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be now. Gotta let the light shine. What song is that? Here I am. Is that Demi Lovato and Camp Rock? I don't know. But I think I might put it in the description down below because that's low-key a really good song. But I think it's Camp Rock from Demi Lovato, the one solo that she has, right? Oh my god. Am I wrong? Anyway, I'll figure it out. I'll put it in the description down below if you are interested in listening to that song. I think it's a Disney song, right? Disney, yeah. Okay, anyway, no need to do. I am exactly where I need to be, exactly when I need to be. There's nothing more I need to do. I mean, yes, there will always be laundry and taxes, but in terms of my life's path, I don't need to do anything because I am already here. I take a deep breath, relax, and trust, and then do the laundry. Yeah, so I think I'm just going to repeat myself again about not forcing anything and not rushing anything. You don't have to force anything to happen. Everything that's going to happen for you will happen eventually. There's no clock, no ticking time, no nada. Okay, and that's something that I think you have to learn. I think you might learn this year, or you're gonna at least begin to learn this year, of not rushing things and not thinking that you have this clock of romance, or this clock of I need to find somebody, or like, I don't know, just this clock of like healing, like you're like, oh, I can't be hurt by this anymore, like it's been 2 years, or it's been a year, or it's been 5, I don't know, like maybe you feel like you have to move on now, which there's no time in healing, right? There's no clock in healing. It takes time to actually fully heal, right? Fully heal from situations. So we have perseverance, and I feel like a lot of people don't heal because they don't accept it. So maybe that could be one of the reasons why you might feel like it's taking too long for you to heal it. Maybe you need to accept it. You need to accept what's happening. Maybe you haven't accepted it, which is okay. It takes time to accept it. Acceptance is healing. Acceptance is you're healing if you're accepting something, right? So maybe try that. That could be a thing. It doesn't have to be, but it could be. And at the bottom we have perseverance. It seems you're on a massive journey right now, and this card has arrived to remind you that you will reach the other side. The mountain you're climbing is huge and formidable, but so is your ability to climb it. You don't need to enjoy it, you just need to tackle it. Complain if it makes the job easier. Blow off steam. You think mountain climbers get to the top of Everest on inspirational quotes? No way. They're grunting and crying and cursing like freaking pirates. That just doesn't sell a lot of posters. So yeah, and it's a bonus card too. So I do feel like, again, going into like what it says here of you don't need to enjoy, you just need to tackle it. Meaning, like, you don't need to enjoy what's happening right now, but you have to be comfortable with it. You have to be ready to acknowledge it. Why are you hurt? Why are you healing this part of yourself? Like, why are you healing? Why are you doing all these? Don't be afraid to ask those questions. When it comes to healing, your own healing. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this resonated. So yeah. I hope it resonated. Let me know if it did or if it didn't. I'm always down for feedback. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next, hopefully. And Happy New Year. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose this green frog, this reading is for you. I'm gonna lay it down. No, I'll make it stand. Okay, so before we get into tarot, I want to get into oracles about the energy that you're going to be in during this year, 2025. So we have the shark, okay? We have unfolding. Oh, okay. And the healer. Now, can I just say, whatever you want, you have the ability to get it, okay? Whoever you are desiring, you have the ability to connect with this person. Especially because it's a love reading, so I do want to say that specifically. But whatever you desire, whatever your heart desires, you are willing to get it. I think a lot of people need to realize about, like, especially manifesting things. It's like, yeah, you can manifest it and put it into words and put it into the universe, into the system or whatever, and be like, I want this, or like, I really, really desire this. And it could be like, it's possible for you to get it, right? But sometimes either once you get it, you don't know what to do with it, or maybe you have to work a little bit more to go get it, right? I hope that makes sense. Because a lot of people think manifesting is just like, it has, like, if you're manifesting money, you really think it's just gonna fall out of the sky? You know, like, it's that energy of like, okay, you want to make more money, then where do you want to make more money? Like, at work, in your small business? Like, what do you want to, you have to be very specific on what you want. And you have to be logical as well, because you can't just say something and not that it can't magically appear. It's more like sometimes you just have to put the work in certain things that you desire. Not all the time, but some things you have to put the work in, and that's okay. The satisfaction after feels very good. So I do feel like that's a really main goal for you this year, about, especially when it comes to your love life. If you desire somebody, or if you desire connection, a certain connection, you have the ability to create that, and you have the ability to unfold that, and you have the ability to make that happen. So just so you know that is a possible thing, because I feel like with the healer here, you have been maybe alone for a while, or you've been doing your own thing, especially like as a healer. So I do feel like there is this energy of like, maybe you've healed a lot during the past year, the past years, or the past time. Like, in your past, you healed a lot, and you've done things to try to heal your heart and heal your situations in life. And I feel like it's that energy of just, sorry, my cat is like, okay, are you okay? She's just so weird. She's trying to get comfortable, but anyway. So yeah, I do feel like you have the ability to do it. Go do it. Like, you already put it out in the universe. You're already trying to see it through. Now go do your part and try to achieve it. And by doing your part is, sometimes it's like taking action, or taking a step forward physically, or being as prominent as you can be towards this thing. I didn't even check if you could see this. I hope you could. Yeah, and then with the snake having 3 heads, that's really like making me think of like, you have a lot of knowledge. That brain of yours, you are a smart cookie. You are smart. You are intelligent. Logically and maybe emotionally as well, especially with the healer here. You are emotionally and logically very intelligent. And because of that, I think you could succeed in a lot of things that you desire, because you know how to work, and you know how to work towards these things that you want, especially when it comes to your love life. I just heard, if you've been waiting for a while now, or you've been waiting for a connection to come through, or you've been waiting for a connection to be what you desire, I think it's coming, and I think it's coming soon. Now, is it coming this year? could be. I mean, this is about 2025, so it could be coming this year. All I'm saying is that maybe right now you have to plant the seeds, and you have to physically plant the seeds, not just saying it and manifesting it. Now you have to actually go do something about it. When I was shuffling your cards, I did think of the online dating, like dating apps. So that could be very significant for you. I don't know if you're on them or maybe you're considering them, but I feel like being on dating apps could be very, very good for you, or like could open your horizons on things, right? So that could be very, very interesting for you. I don't know if you already have them. If you do, awesome. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're doing, like, you're moving forward, right? But if you don't, it's okay to consider that. It's okay to be open to that, you know. And I think just some validation, like, we are living in a place that the internet is so prominent. I mean, you're watching this on YouTube, you know, like, the internet is so prominent, and excuse me, it doesn't make sense. Like, the internet is so prominent that now it could be very hard to meet somebody organically. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but the internet is so accessible that it makes sense to meet somebody online, or it makes sense to meet somebody when we can just literally go on an app and see them, you know. Like, it makes sense that that's happening, you know. That we're not meeting each other organically as much anymore. Again, it still happens though, because, like, I mean, I go to school and I go to work and I meet new people all the time, but you're not creating those friendships. You're not creating, not all the time, sometimes you are, you know. Like, with personal experience, sometimes I do create friendships and I create connections with people, but sometimes it's just like you're there for work or you're there for school. So it's just like sometimes it's harder for people to connect organically. Sometimes it's easier for people to connect online. Whatever you fall into, or you fall into both, or you fall into neither, I feel like online anything could be very helpful for you, especially for your schedule. I don't know if your schedule is very busy, or it's just you're always doing something that could be you're moving a lot. You know, you could be moving a lot, especially this 2025. I wouldn't be surprised if you're just like maybe traveling for work, or you're I just heard taking initiative when it comes to connection. So don't be afraid to take initiative. But also, like, you could be traveling for work, or you could be doing a lot of things for work that you might be very focused on your career and your job. That online dating could be very accessible and very helpful for you to meet people, because you're not out there looking for them. You're online, you know, you're out there looking for them online, so it's easier, right? I don't know, it was just a very specific message for you, or for anybody that connected with that. But yeah, I do feel like you're in a place that you can do this now, you know, that you can explore connections, and you can explore a new person, you can explore people, and explore what you desire. I think you're in a place to do that. And this is confirmation that if you felt like you weren't, you are. I feel like it's slowly moving towards that. And I think now it's the time for you to initiate that, and not be afraid to initiate that. And it seems like you're not afraid, especially with the shark here. Like, it seems like you're not afraid to initiate that. But it's like, you have to smell that drop of blood, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like, it doesn't shark, like, I don't know if I'm villainizing sharks. I'm not trying to villainize sharks, but I've heard that sharks, like, smell blood, and like they swim towards it. I could be totally wrong on that. Again, this is not Animal Planet. This is tarot on YouTube, okay? This is not Animal Planet. If I'm wrong about that, sorry. But it's like, because I'm seeing like a shark smelling blood. So it could be like maybe you're just waiting to initiate towards something that you know could work out. You know, you don't want to put, I just heard, all your eggs in one basket. So maybe that's what you want to do. You're going to be patient before you initiate, which is okay, which is good. I'm not saying you have to rush it, right? There's no need to rush this, okay? You're doing very good. You're doing amazing. Okay, you're doing amazing, sweetie. Okay. Let's get into tarot now. So what the deck that we're using is the Sun and Moon Tarot. I love this deck so much because it's so, I don't know, it's just so cute. Anyway, so we're using this deck, and what I'm doing with tarot is any connection that wants to come through that's going to be very significant for 2025, or any person that wants to come through that's going to be very significant. Person / connection, even though that could be interchangeable, right? It could be the same thing. But yeah, the connection or the person that wants to come through that's going to be very significant for 2025. I feel like this person might be very significant for you. So that's why I think I want to ask that question for you, because in the last question I just asked like the connections, and it was like all over the place. Like it was like a bunch of people, like a bunch of like energies in one reading. So this one, it seems like there could be one specific person, but I could be wrong. Again, with online dating, I know people that are online if they are online dating, they date a lot of people. Again, I'm saying that because it's so accessible, right? Like if you are online dating, it's because it's accessible and because it's easier, you know, and for your life, right, and your lifestyle, it seems like it could be easier for you, which is good. Like you're using it for the right reasons. Some people are not using it for the right reasons. They just want somebody to talk to because they're not comfortable within their solitude, or they just using it to hook up with people, or they're just using it to talk to a bunch of people and get validation from them, you know. And that's not what dating apps should have been, but here we are. I feel like you're gonna use dating apps for the purpose of it, because it's way more convenient for you, especially for your lifestyle, and it could work for you, you know. So, and if you meet some bad people, or like some weirdos, or some people that you're just like, oh, I do not vibe with these people, that's okay too. Don't feel discouraged. Maybe take some, like, if you meet a weirdo, or if you meet somebody that you just don't vibe with and you're like tired, take some time off. You know, you don't have to be online all the time. Take some time off if you consider online dating, or if you are online dating right now. Anyway, so let's see what wants to come out, what connections or person or people want to come out for 2025 for you. And before I do that, I do want to say that I do personal readings on my Instagram. I do paid readings on my Instagram. If you are interested, you can just DM me or email me. Everything should be in the description. But thank you so much for watching anyway. I'm very happy that you're watching this right now. Anyway, okay. Let's get into the vibe for this year when it comes to connection or people or a specific person that wants to come out. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Ari. 2 of Swords. Oh, I don't know. Okay. I hope you're over age, okay? Older than 18, okay? Maybe even 21. Older than 21, at least. I wouldn't be surprised if you go to bars this year. A lot of bars. I don't know if you already do. But there is a significance of going to bars and maybe meeting people there too. Maybe going with your friends, but meeting people. Yeah, I heavy on do not get discouraged. Like if you go to bars, or if you go on dating apps, or if you do these things, do not get discouraged of, you're like, oh, I don't meet people that I'm compatible with, or I don't meet people that I vibe with well. And trust yourself when it comes to that, you know. But do not try to be discouraged. That's like one main thing about this situation. Sorry, a card fell on the floor. Yeah, King of Swords. Yeah, because the right person is going to come through. And to a certain extent, I know I said that you have to like be open to initiate things and everything, and by initiate things, like it's okay to show someone that you're interested in them. You know, that's initiating. You know, that's initiating, not like initiating in a way that's like showing this person that you're interested in them. Maybe that's why I saw the shark with the blood. Like maybe you have to, the person that you want is the shark. Like you want them to pursue you, but you kind of have to draw them in with the blood. Does that make sense? Not trying to be too graphic, but that's true. You know, like you have to draw them in with the blood, meaning you have to do something to show them that you're interested in them so they can come through. You know, because a lot of people fear rejection, right? And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying that I don't. I'm just saying a lot of people do. And a lot of people fear rejection, and I feel like because of that, we don't pursue what we actually want. So sometimes we need that like a green light from another person to be like, okay, yeah, I can pursue them, or I can do this, or I can say hi, or I can do, some people need that green light, and I feel like this next person that you might deal with needs that green light for them to come through. Let's see if it's all in frame. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing. That there could be somebody that needs, or this could be you as well. Like maybe you need somebody to give you the green light so you can come through. I don't know. It could be either or. Anything could, or both of you need to do that. I don't know. But there is this energy of like, you both need like that. Either this person or you needs that green light. But with the Fool here, I do feel like you have a lot of I wanted to say soul, like a lot of soul, but more like a lot of hope. You have a lot of hope and like ready to go full force into this, which is very beautiful. Again, you might meet people at the bar, or you might meet people at bars or clubs or something like that. Please be over age. Anyway, I don't want you to be a victim, babe. Okay? And do not get discouraged when things do not go your way. Okay? Those are just mini lessons that you have to learn. Or like it's just things that you're like, okay, I don't vibe with that. Now I know. I don't vibe with that. Now I know. That made me uncomfortable. Now I know. You know? So it's like things like that. Like everything could be a mini lesson or something that you can learn from. And with the Two of Swords with peace, the song No Peace by Sam Smith came in my head, but the music, not the lyrics, like the music of the song came into my head. The beginning, like that goes like or something like that. I don't even know how it goes, but it like I heard it in my head. But I'll put it in the description down below for you to listen to it. But the music is what really got into my head. But some of the lyrics should be significant. It's called No Peace by Sam Smith. And I love Sam Smith. Anyway, so yeah, I do feel like there is this energy of being discouraged, but the right person will come through. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's this year. I wouldn't be also, I don't know if this sounds crazy, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's like the end of 2025 that you might meet this person. Because it seems like during the year, you might go out and meet new people, go out with friends and meet new people. But somehow it seems like it's not going to go anywhere that you crave or that you desire. That's what I'm saying. You might meet this person later in the year, or not in this year, in another year. But it seems like this year is very significant for you because you're learning what you like and what you don't when it comes to connection. Even though I feel like you already know what you want and what you like and what you desire, but also I feel like there's still some things that you might have to learn. And you might learn it this year. But again, with the King of Swords at the end, I feel like you might meet this person at the end of the year. Yeah. Like at the end of the year. Yeah, and maybe like this seems like it's seasons. Like in the beginning, it's like spring, and then it's going to, right? It's like spring, then summer, then fall. Right? Is that how it goes? Because right now we're in winter, right? Because when I'm filming this in January over here in in the United States. It's winter. So after winter is January, February, March. Yeah, it's spring and then it's summer. So it seems like it's the season. So seasons could be significant for you. And it seems like the later seasons could be more significant about seeing this person or meeting somebody new. Or meeting this person that you kind of have to initiate that you want them to be around you more. You probably have to initiate that. Or you have to like show them that you do want this person around more. So yeah. Again, do not get discouraged. That's what I'm saying. I feel like that's why I want to say it, because it seems like maybe in the beginning of the year and maybe throughout the majority of the year, you might feel like, damn, I'm not going to meet anybody. Like, I feel so alone. Like, I really want this. Like, I desire this. But then you might feel discouraged for a while. But then maybe that time when you feel discouraged and you kind of like tap out, this person might come through somehow. So that could happen. Okay. Let's get into advice. So I'm using the Affirmators for some advice. Let's get some advice for you. Okay. Yeah, positive thinking, and at the bottom we have abundance. So positive thinking. Let me see if it's in front. Yeah, positive thinking. In the garden of my mind, I water the good thoughts and weed out the bad ones. I throw in forgiveness and empathy seeds by the handful if I want. And I take a lawnmower to that jealousy and resentment patch. I'm a pretty badass mind gardener. So yeah, you are in control of your own mind. You are in control of your own destiny. You are in control of what you desire. Okay, at the end of the day, you are in control, right? If you don't desire something, you don't have to keep it. If you don't want something, you don't have to have open arms towards it, right? So, and positive thinking, being optimistic could go a long way for you. Like, again, going to that energy of this Nine of Swords, of like being discouraged, of like, I'm never gonna, like, maybe telling yourself that you feel like you're not gonna meet anybody, or like, I'm gonna die alone, quote unquote, or like I'm unlovable. Like, no, don't say those things. Don't tell yourself those things, because it's not true. If you desire companionship, if you desire a connection with somebody, a deep connection with somebody, you're going to receive it and you're going to get it. Now, when, that's something that you can't control, but you can control wanting that, and control that. You can control your patience, and you can control who you want around, right? But you can't control time and that, or control when it's going to happen, and that's something that you have to be okay with. But you can control who you want to be around, and you can control your own mind, but you can't control how it's going to happen or when it's going to happen. And then we also got abundance at the bottom. Congratulations. It seems you're due for a infinitely big piece of abundance pie, but it's scratched out a little. Feel like you don't deserve it? Knock it off. It's already plated and ready to hit your table. Reluctant to take it? Shut your hole. Abundance pie is big enough to serve everyone. So get your whipped cream ready, unless you're lactose intolerant, and enjoy your well-deserved metaphorical dessert. Yeah. So that's another thing. Like, don't tell yourself that, yeah, again, beauty. Don't tell yourself that you're not wanted. Don't tell yourself that you're not lovable, because it's not true. It's just timing. Divine timing exists. Divine timing is real. And maybe just right now it's not that time, and that's okay. But it could be time for you to explore, and it could be time for you to learn new things about yourself, and learn what you want and what you dislike in connection. So do not tell yourself that you're not pretty enough, or do not tell yourself that you're not beautiful enough, or cute enough, or sexy enough, or whatever. Do not tell yourself that you're not lovable, or like, do not, like, I just heard, if I lose this amount of weight, I will be lovable. Like, no, right? You are the most lovable you are right now. You don't have to change anything physically, especially physically. You don't have to change anything. You don't have to change anything. Okay? You are lovable just the way you are. You know, Bruno Mars, just the way you are, you know? 'Cause you're amazing. Just the way you... I'm going to put that in the description down below because it seems like you have to listen to it. Use it as affirmations, you know? So, I'll put both of those songs in the description down below. The No Peace by Sam Smith and Just the Way You Are by Bruno Mars. So, yeah. Positive thinking, positive thinking, positive thinking. Tell yourself that you are beautiful. Tell yourself that you are worthy of love. It's just, it might take longer because you can't control time, and that's okay. You can't control when, and that's okay. So yeah, I hope this resonated, and I hope you liked it. Or if you didn't, let me know. And if it didn't resonate, let me know. Comment down below. But thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Hopefully, and yeah. Oh, and Happy New Year. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. If you chose this green duck, this reading is for you. Okay, I'm going to keep them right there. Okay, so before we go into tarot, I do want to go into oracles to see what your energy is going to be like this 2025 when it comes to your love life and connection. What's your energy? Okay, so let's tap into that first. So we have the Orphan, we have Higher Self, okay, and we have Eagle. I feel like this person has the tendency to run away from their emotions and their feelings, but they're still very wise. And I don't know why I'm talking like you're not here listening, but you are. Maybe you talk in third person or something. Now, I do feel that there's healing that needs to be done because there is this energy of you running away. Okay, and you might not wanting to listen to this, but it's true. But with your higher self here, it seems like you know this, and it seems like you're working towards that, which is very good. And that's something that I do want to acknowledge because acknowledging it is good. Acknowledging things is very good. And I think you're acknowledging that you have things that you have to work through. Especially if you want to have a successful connection or a relationship, or I even heard lover, you know, like if you want that connection with that person, with a specific person. I don't know if it's a specific person that you're thinking about, but it could be. But we'll get into tarot later, like with that energy. But it seems like right now, it seems like you know that you have to heal, especially if you want either a certain connection or if you want a connection to like bring longevity into your life, and if you want a connection to be truthful and authentic as it can be, you know that you have to heal to succeed in that. Maybe you have the tendency to run away from your feelings or run away from your emotions, especially if like I wouldn't be surprised if you're the type of person that whenever you feel like a deep connection with somebody, you have a tendency to run away, you know, like the avoidant attachment, you know, like you're very avoidant, maybe even nonchalant to a certain extent, aloof, you know. And it's like I feel like you're in a state that you know that you have to heal, like you know you have to heal that to be more balanced, to create connections. And I don't know if there's somebody in your life right now that you're like, maybe I should really work on myself and work on my higher self and work on my shadow self to really be in this connection, you know? Sorry, I need to see if it's on frame. Yeah. I don't know if like maybe that's what you've been thinking about lately. Like I don't know if you met somebody recent and you're like, I really need to take my time and heal myself for a little bit. before I can like really get deep into this connection, because I don't want to ruin it by my own tendency to run away because I'm afraid, you know, which is okay. It's good that you're acknowledging that, because with the higher, I wanted to say wildflower. So I mean, Wildflower by Billie Eilish could be significant. Let me type that down before I forget. But Wildflower could be, I'll put it in the description now. I'll put it in the description now below. But yeah, there is this energy of like, because that song goes like, and I see her at the back of my mind. Yeah, so it seems like maybe you're thinking of somebody, or you like, maybe you quote unquote ruined a connection because of your tendency to run away because you were afraid. And like, you think about this person, you think about like, damn, I really effed that up, you know. But it's okay, that it's good that you're acknowledging that. It's okay, it's good that you're really reminiscing on your mistakes, because mistakes, right? But on your, like, you're trying to understand your wrongs, you know. Maybe you're not actively trying to right your wrongs, maybe you are, I don't know, but it does seem like you're trying to understand your wrongs, you know, trying to understand like, why did I do that, maybe I shouldn't have done that. And sometimes people need to realize this. Sometimes an apology can go such a long way. An apology to acknowledge that you hurt somebody. An apology is that you, like, an apology means a lot to a lot of people. And I think you need to know that apologies can go such a long way, and it could heal a lot of parts for yourself and can heal a lot of parts for the other person as well. So it seems like you're just trying to understand that aspect of you, which is very good, because with your higher self, it's like it's helping you trying to understand that aspect, and trying to understand that it's not the best quality to run away when you have feelings for somebody, or it's not the best quality to run away whenever you're scared of a connection. It's not the best way to go in connection, right? Because then you quote unquote ruin connections that could be meant for you, but you're too afraid to accept them, right? And it could be childhood trauma as well, because with the orphan here. But you're quick to run away too, so maybe like to a certain extent you don't even actively, it could be this way, but it doesn't have to be. Maybe you don't actively look for connections, but somehow it just happens, and then when it happens you're like, oh, I'm not ready for this, so you run away. So like, I feel like there is one specific person, or multiple, but I feel like there's one specific person that you're thinking about, but also there could be multiple. Or it's also like you've been doing this, like you've been running away from connection a lot of the times, like a lot of connections you've been running away from. But I don't know, it could be like there's somebody specific on your mind, because especially with the song Wildflower by Billie Eilish, it's like, because I see her in the back of my mind. Another song that's coming up is Glimpse of Us, by, what's his name, Joji. But Glimpse of Us. So yeah, it could be that you're thinking about somebody, so it could be that you're thinking of somebody, or you could be thinking of, or like reminiscing on the past about somebody, because you like ran away, you know, you didn't mean to, but it happened because of fear, and that's okay. But give yourself grace. That's a big thing. Give yourself grace on this, because you're trying to understand yourself, and that's a big step. Again, but also acknowledging that you hurt somebody is also a really big step. You have to acknowledge where you did your wrongs by either, you don't have to apologize if you don't want to, you know. Sometimes people don't even want people's apologies, right? But it could be more like, sometimes acknowledging what you did wrong, or that you hurt somebody, could just go a really long way for you and for other people. Again, so So yeah, I'm just very proud of you for trying to understand why you do what you do, and like especially with the orphan, like you're trying to understand why you run away or why you do these things, why you're anxious when it comes to connection, or why you kind of distance yourself when it comes to connection. I think it's very good that you're learning that and taking your time to learn that. Let's get into tarot because I feel like that could bring a lot of guidance. So the tarot that I'm using, the tarot deck that I'm using today is the Sun and Moon Tarot by Vanessa Decort. I love this deck, very cute deck. I do want to say that I do personal readings on my Instagram, or you can email me. I do personal paid readings. Let me add that. So yeah. Either way, I'm still very happy that you are watching this right now. I mean, you could always subscribe. I would truly appreciate that, but I really appreciate you listening and or watching this. So thank you so much. So let's get into what's a significant connection or significant person that's going to be in your life 2025, specifically this year. Yeah, okay. Okay, damn. I do have a question for you. Are you thinking of coming back into someone's life? Or coming back into a connection, or trying to come back into somebody else's life? Like trying to come back to somebody? I don't know, it's just a question. It's just a question. I know you can't answer me right away, but it seems like there is this energy of you wanting to like, how do I say, like try to win somebody back maybe, or try to be in somebody's life again. Could be wrong though. I don't have to be right. All I'm saying is that's what I'm seeing. Yeah, again, I feel like there's more than one person in your life that you hurt, or like that you did this to, and I feel like these two people are really in your mind heavily. And to a certain extent, like, I wouldn't be surprised if you're trying to right your wrongs, especially if you think you hurt more than one person. Like, you're trying to learn this and try to right your wrongs. So I wouldn't be surprised if you like come through and out of nowhere, yeah, with the sun at the bottom. Leo season could be significant. That is August. So during the summer, what's before August? April, May, June, July. Yeah, July or August. Late July, early August. But mostly August, I think. Leo season could be significant. Anyway, there is this energy of just like wanting to... Wait, can you see all the cards before I keep going? Yeah. Okay, just to make sure. I just wanted to make sure. Okay. So there could be this energy of like wanting to make it right for a lot of people, like trying to make it right. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you're trying... I don't know if you're trying to get back with somebody, or you're trying to make a connection with somebody. I wouldn't be surprised, especially with the sun here, because like that is a friendship, you know. If you're trying to create a friendship with the person that you used to have a friendship with and it kind of just broke off, I wouldn't be surprised if you would try that this year, or like you're thinking at least. Because it with the Two of Pentacles, with the word change here, it does seem like you're changing for the better for yourself and for other people. Like you're like it does seem like you're very independent and very like trying to heal and gain for yourself, and trying to love yourself, and try to learn from yourself, and try to give yourself grace and heal from that. But then there's parts of you that's like, maybe I should apologize, or maybe I should try to reach out and like ask to talk and asked to catch up or asked to do something, you know. There's this energy that you want to come through, but there's a little fear here, or like there's a little undecisiveness with the Two of Pentacles. But with the King of Cups, it seems like your heart is in the right place. So never ever gaslight your heart or gaslight yourself that this is wrong, because it seems like your heart is in the right place, and it seems like you're trying to be very as genuine as you can be, and I think you are. Now with the Princess of Swords and the Princess of Pentacles, it could be more than one person that you're trying to connect with, which is okay. They could both just be friendships. But with the King of Cups, it seems like it's very deep for you, but maybe because you're learning that you hurt somebody and maybe that's not what you desire to do. You know, this lifetime you're not trying to hurt people, so maybe that's what's very heavy on your heart and very heavy on you, that it hurts you that you hurt people without knowing, you know, like I don't think you like that. You don't like knowing that you hurt people, so you're trying to heal that and like maybe try to apologize even. There could be more than one person that you might want to apologize to, or that you want to apologize to. I do feel that it can go either way, especially if it's just one person, it's just one person. But if it's more than one person, I feel like either or, it can go either way. If it's one person, I wouldn't be surprised if this person's doesn't even want to talk to you, but it seems like this person's very practical and very like, maybe we shouldn't talk, I'm good, I don't need anything from you, you know. And it seems like you're like, but I want to, you know, I really want to talk it out, I want to talk to you, I want to see that you, I hope you understand my perspective, you know. I feel like you want a little bit more communication with these people, or with this if there's only one person with this person. I feel like you want to gain communication, even though this person seems like, I don't want to be rude, but like it seems like this person's okay with or without the communication that you're offering. I'm not saying that that's not what you should stop or not do. I'm just saying that this person seems okay right now. And I'm not trying to discourage what you want to do. All I'm saying is that they seem okay, and they seem like they're not desiring that to a certain extent. So just take that in consideration. But if you feel like this is something that you really want to do and you want to show them that you changed, or that you are considering, like that you are taking your time changing, or taking your time trying to do better, it's okay to show them that, you know. It's okay to like present that to them, you know. It's okay to present that to them, because with the Sun here, there's a lot of joy around you two. Like I feel like you two maybe used to have a lot of fun together, or like used to, I wouldn't be surprised, like maybe your inner children, like your inner childs really got along or something like that. So it could be that as well. But also it just seems like there's this just energy of like, if your heart is in the right place if you choose to do this, or when you choose to do this, to come through and try to communicate with these people or with this person, be ready for any reaction, because I don't know if this person is going to reject you, or this person is going to just be very, very cold and practical with you, of like, okay, you wanted to talk to me, okay, then talk, you know. I wouldn't be surprised if this person is like, I don't have a lot to say because I think I said it the last time we talked or something. Could be that as well. Maybe like it could be this energy of like, when y'all broke it off, or when y'all cut it off, they did more of the talking and you kind of just stayed there silent, you know. It could have been that type of vibe. So you're like, now I'm ready to talk, you know, depending how long it took, or it really doesn't matter. But it seems like maybe in the moment that y'all broke it off, or that you broke up this friendship, this connection, or anything, it seemed like maybe this person did more of the talking, and then it's like, now it's my turn to talk. So you're hoping that this person gives you grace and gives you like space to be listened to the way that you listen to this person at the moment, you know. So, and you can explain that to that person as well. Like you can always just say like, I know I didn't speak that much when when we broke it off, but I do have something to say. I know, you know, like giving them that heads up could be very, if you are choosing to come through and communicate with this person. But if you're not, I don't know, it seems like you want to, but it seems like also that this person seems like they're okay. I don't know if you were, I don't know if you were, worried about this person, or you're curious about this person, because I wouldn't be surprised with the Princess of Swords. Like, that's the Page of Swords, so curiosity is very heightened right now, especially when it comes to you. So I wouldn't be surprised if you are curious about this person, that you just want to come through and like maybe catch up with them or ask them how they are. I think I feel like if your heart is in the right place, you're not doing anything wrong. And convince yourself to that. Convince that to yourself, because it's true. If you are being authentic and your heart's in the right place, you're not doing anything wrong. Just don't feel discouraged if this person comes off kind of practical or cold. It's just, I feel like they're just trying to protect themselves. And there's another thing, like, don't feel rejected if this person is trying to, if this person's cold towards you or a little too practical towards you. Don't take it as rejection. Just take it as like they just have their guards up right now, and they just have their walls up, that they don't know what to do than to just be kind of practical and maybe a little cold towards you. But if you're not thinking of coming through, I do want to say that this person or these people that you hurt are doing okay, and they're doing good. It seems like they learned from this, or they're still learning from this. And I feel like they don't see you as a bad person. I feel like they do give you grace. It's just right now, it seems like they're doing their own thing, that they're not in a place to be in your life, or they're not in a place to reach out, or they're not in a place to be curious about you. I feel like they are in a really good place right now, and they're not trying to maybe quote unquote ruin that by getting rejected by you if they do reach out, you know, or something like that. So if you're not thinking of reaching out, I think that's so I feel like this year you just might be focused a lot on your own growth, you know what I call that? Growth. But so yeah, I feel like that's a lot of growth here, and learning not to run away from connection and taking your time with it. Maybe they could have been younger than you too, so maybe an age gap could have been very significant to these connections. They could have been a little younger than you, or you could have been younger than them. Either or, maybe there could have been age gaps here. Anyway, so yeah, let's get some, before we leave, let's get some advice for you. Yeah, oh, sorry. Okay, another thing that I want to say is that it's okay to wish them the best, and it's okay to have positive thinking when it comes to this person. Like, it's okay to wish them well, and it's okay to wish them happiness, and wish them prosperity, wish them abundance. And it's okay to do that. Like, you know what song? You know another song that's coming up in my head? I Wish I Hated You by Ariana Grande. In the song, she goes like, I wish that I hated you, because like, it's basically a song that like, I wish I hated you because it would be easier to move on from you, but I don't. So now I'm here mourning this, even though there's no hate, you know? It's easier to move on from somebody if you hate them, right? Because you're like, you have a reason to move on, right? Because they're an awful human, or they hurt you, or they did this on purpose, right? But, well, not an awful human, but you know what I mean? Like, they did something that pushed you to that limit of, like maybe hating them, right? But there is this energy of like, I'll put it in the description down below. I'm just typing it so I don't forget. But I do feel like it's that energy of like, you don't have to hate this person to move on. You don't have to hate this person. There's no need to hate each other. It's just, sometimes it just doesn't work out, you know, and that's okay to admit. Unless you want it to work out, then I feel like there is possibility, but it's just, you both have to work towards it and you both have to want it. So it's always a possibility. It's always a possibility, but it's just sometimes also it's, you know? Anyway, let's get some advice before we read it. Excuse me, I burped. Yeah, get some advice. Yeah, connection. Let's get that one. And at the bottom we have patience. Okay. So the first one is these penguins. It's connection. I'm connected to the multitudes and I can access the support at any time. Even a stranger offers a sense of comfort when they smile at me and make a dumb comment about the weather. Everyone is waiting to connect. All I need to do is open myself up and pay attention. Note to self, work on witty banter about weather-related stuff. Yeah, so I do feel like there is this, like if you want to connect with this person, you can. I feel like there is a possibility here. You just have to kind of really work towards it and not get too discouraged when this person doesn't make it easy on you. You know, you have to understand that it's these people that you hurt in the past, even if it wasn't intentionally, it still hurt. So it's not surprising that this person has walls or that these people have walls, you know. But if you really want to build that connection with them, I think it is a possibility. And I think it's just with a lot of patience, you could get there, and time. So it says, congratulations, you've been granted more patience. You may start using it right away or much, much later. Waiting a long time is a sort of option now afforded to you by greater patience. Can you believe it? Look at this. You're still reading and you haven't started getting annoyed yet. Imagine how this patience will transform your life. Imagine how easy it will be to go to the post office. Yeah, so I feel like it's that energy of like, if you really want to build a connection with this person or with these people that you unintentionally hurt in the past, I think there is possibilities to amend and to take time with that, but you really have to gain patience and you have to be okay with anything. And you have to be okay that sometimes people will have walls up because of the past, and that is normal. Don't expect for it to just come towards you really easily. You know, that's not how you learn. If it's given to you too easily, you won't learn from it. So yeah. I hope that resonated. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if it resonated or if it didn't. You can comment down below. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next, hopefully. And Happy New Year. So yeah, bye.